now. Hold. Left. Face.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous sky. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Going on. Right. Face. Forward. March.
I have the privilege of introducing a very special woman, wife, mother, successful business owner, and community leader who will be your host for this morning's program. She is a pioneer and a trailblazer and is the first Indian American woman in the 238-year history of the town of North Hempstead to serve as town clerk. As an advocate for the empowerment of women, the Women's Roll of Honor holds a special significance for our clerk. She has worked with the Nassau County Controller's Minority Women-Owned Business Enterprise Council to promote the financial independence of women. She has demonstrated her commitment to victims of domestic violence, connecting mental health services and alternative mindfulness programs to those in need. Our own town clerk, Ragini Shrivastava.
Welcome everyone to the annual May W. Nieberger Women Roll of Honor. It's so good to see you all here. In the spirit of the women's historic achievements, I welcome our honorees who continue to remind us of the great wealth of the human resources that we have in our town. We welcome friends, past honorees, sponsors, and public officials. I wish to thank you, all the wonderful participants and volunteers in the community. This breakfast would not have been possible without the support of our sponsors. We are grateful for the founders level sponsorship of Americana, Manhasset, and the Castagna family who has helped us plan this event. Rita and Catherine Castagna, Bob and Nina Raznani, and Deirdre Costa Major. They are our good friends and the best corporate neighbors that we would ever wish for. Let's have a huge round of applause for our sponsors.
I
We wish to thank Flushing Bank and Executive Vice President Pat Miswell and who has provided support to our Women's Roll of Honor for a few decades, I guess. Thank you so much, Flushing Bank. Once again, we have the support of Kiss Promises USA. Thank you, Kiss Foundation. Thank you also to M&T Bank and their leadership who are with us today. We are again fortunate to have partners such as Hawkins, Delafield and Wood, and King Cullen Supermarkets. Thank you. So all the sponsors, please rise and let's give a huge round of applause to all of them for their wonderful, wonderful support. Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish to give very special thanks to the committee who helped us organize this event. Most especially my Chief Deputy, Maggie Melito, the town clerk staff, other town departments. Thank you always, Commissioner Kim Galanti and her very, very able community department. Thank you. This is an exciting occasion to celebrate the women of our town, their character, their energy, and their purpose. They are our heroes, selfless, thoughtful, and resourceful. These are women who understood the circumstances, the vulnerable populations, the aging people, the young, the youthful, the veterans, the struggling families in need of resources. They address issues like food, insecurities, and literacy, working with children who were needed help at every level of growing age. Educational, economic, and social challenges they understood, and they teach, they tutor, they cook, they create, they donate their time, their energy, their emotions. They are totally invested. The honorees don't fit one mold. It's a mixed bag of youth and exuberance. Age, wisdom, intellectual intelligence, compassion. Their success is an example of that everything is possible if you have a heart to dedicate and your mission is to work, uplift people around you. They are women who will leave a legacy of service to the community. I congratulate you and welcome you as 2023 inductees to the Women's Roll of Honor. I also want to acknowledge the presence of few of our colleagues in government. I would like to invite our Jen DeSina, our supervisor.
First of all, I'm going to announce our town board. Councilman Robert Troiano, Councilman Peter Zuckerman, Councilman Dennis Walsh, Councilwoman Veronica Lurvey, Councilwoman Marianne Delamonte, and the receiver of taxes, Charles Furman. We can give Charles a big round of applause because Charles is retiring after 8 years. Okay, and representing Assemblywoman Gina Salitti, Christine Liu. Representing County Executive Bruce Blakeman, David Franklin. Representing District Attorney Ann Donnelly, Sylvia Finkelstein. We have our Nassau County Controller, Elaine Phillips. Nassau County Legislator, Mazi Palib. County Legislator, Delia DeRiggi-Whitney. Port Washington Police Commissioner, Angela Mullins. Mayor of Baxter Estates, Nora Hagenson. Mayor of the Village of East Williston, Bonnie Parente. Mayor of Manor Haven, Popolesky. We actually have a new trustee in Manor Haven too, who's here, Jeff Stone. Mayor of Plando Manor, Barbara Dono. And Mayor of Port Washington North, Bob Weitzner. We also have with us Bob Zimmerman and Anna Kaplan, former state senator.
Beaumont Jefferson.
Oh, Beaumont! Sorry, Beaumont is also our deputy county controller. And we have Wing Wing, our former town clerk, who did so much to create this special day. Okay, anyone else? Okay, thank you. Am I still talking?
Yes.
Okay.
I want our supervisor to
Okay.
give her remarks.
Thank you. So I'm Town Supervisor Jen DeSena, and I'm so excited to be with you here today for this special annual event. Our Women's Roll of Honor was established 30 years ago by the late, great Supervisor May Newberger, our first female town supervisor. The Roll of Honor was started as a way to further celebrate Women's History Month and also honor the extraordinary women of our town who've made a lasting and meaningful contribution to our community. This is a tradition that we look forward to every year, and I must say, all of today's honorees serve as inspirations to all of us here in the town. It's so important for us to honor these incredible women who have made a difference in their communities. We will be recognizing 15 amazing honorees who will join the previous honorees from the past 30 years on these plaques. And they will forever be remembered for the roles they've played in their local school districts, community organizations, civic groups, charities, and much more. Speaking from personal experience, as I was a 2020 inductee, the most special thing is to see your name enshrined up there with the other extraordinary women of our town. Now, before we continue with the morning's festivities, how about a big round of applause for Town Clerk Ragni Srivastava and the Clerk's Office for putting together this event. It is a huge undertaking, and you and your staff have done a fantastic job making this a very special day for our honorees. I'd also like to thank the Nassau County Police Department for presenting our colors today, and Inspector Katrina Radigan for leading us in the pledge, and Catherine Burke for singing the national anthem. It was really beautiful. And thank you, students. Okay, thank you. Also to all of our graduates, we have a lot of high school graduations and a lot of celebrations going on. We wish you the best. Thank you and enjoy the day.
Thank you, Supervisor. I would like to invite Nassau County Controller Elaine Phillips to say a few words and give her greetings. Thank you.
Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you. I get a shout out to local government, to all the mayors and the trustees that are here. Local government is what makes Nassau County so special. To Ragni Srivastava, our town clerk, and her entire staff, Maggie, everyone that was involved. I mean, events like today don't just happen. They take a lot of work. So thank you so much. To our great supervisor, Jen DeSena, and to the entire board, thank you for continuing this tradition. It's a tradition that I am honored to be a part of. I just want to give you a couple quick facts because I think it's relevant today. Our county executive, Bruce Blakeman, always talks about Nassau County, but it really applies to North Hempstead too. We are a population of almost 1.5 million people. That makes us larger than 10 states in the United States. That's it, right? That's it, right? We have a GDP that is larger than 145 countries in the United Nations. That's it. I just want to remind you, I'm not the person that taxes you also. Right, Charlie? And, right. We are a town, we are a county of all races, all religions, and all ethnic backgrounds. We have the best shopping, we have great hospitals, great schools, and great beaches. We're a pretty special place. But what makes us so special is you. It's us. That we love each other and we care about each other. Yeah, sometimes we have some differences, but we care about our community. And I think for the honorees today, I took a quick look in the program. Wow, when Rodney said the theme throughout each and every one of you is your love for community, is your giving back. And that's what makes us so special. So may God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you. I just want to introduce my fabulous students at Harrods High School. We're going to play one piece for you. It's short. You probably know it. It's Conte Partiro, or Time to Say Goodbye, made famous by Andre Bocelli. Enjoy.
Beautiful, wonderful. Oh my God. Hello. Wonderful. Such a beautiful performance. Thank you so much. Generations of our women, through their resilience, their character, their purpose, their hard work, their dedication, not just they built the home, but they built communities, they built nations, and they become our heroes. Let's start the ceremony 2023 Women's Roll of Honor.
Our first honoree, Dr. Urmilash Arya. Dr. Urmilash Arya is a pediatrician and fellow of the American College of Pediatrics and former director at Queensbridge Family Health Center, an affiliate of Cornell, New York Presbyterian Hospital. Dr. Arya's outreach goes beyond medicine and it extends to the Indian community. In 2003, she was elected president of the Association of Indians in America, New York chapter, as the first woman president. Spreading the message of unity and friendship, she helped organize the Diwali celebrations at New York City Hall and at the White House, and was instrumental in getting Diwali recognized as a holiday in all New York City boroughs. Dr. Arya has dedicated herself to the education of children globally and is recognized for spearheading the building of schools in India. She has been a principal donor for the India Center Library at Stony Brook University. She also has been invited to speak on women's empowerment at the United Nations. Her local involvement includes coat and school bag drives, donation campaigns for homeless veterans, and collaborating with the Mary Brennan Inn Soup Kitchen in Hempstead. During the COVID pandemic, Dr. Arya assisted in the distribution of masks, medical equipment, and ventilators, both regionally and in India. Her many distinctions and honors include a Women's History Month Award from Nassau County as president of the Rotary Club of Hicksville South, the Physician of the Year Award from the Cross Island YMCA, the Gold Medal for Meritorious Service from the National Republican Congress Committee, and the Bharat Gaurav Award at the United Nations. Please congratulate Dr. Urmilash Arya. The next honoree is Ms. Emma Azevedo. Emma Azevedo is 18 years old and recently graduated from the Wheatley School. She will be attending the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill this fall. Her intended major is biology on a pre-dental track with the hopes of attending dental school in the future and becoming an orthodontist. While in school, Ms. Acevedo excelled in several school organizations, including board positions in the Spanish Club, the Yearbook Club, and the Mock Trial Club. In the sports arena, she was the co-captain of the varsity girls soccer team. During the last 2 fall seasons, she volunteered as a coach for the Mineola Soccer Association, working with children and their coaches to help them develop their skills. After seeing the attacks and trauma that the people of Ukraine were enduring, Emma was moved to action in March of 2022. She organized students and adults alike and partnered with multiple organizations to start collecting humanitarian aid for the Ukrainian refugees with the goal of delivering goods to Ukraine. Early this year, more than 50 high school students got together at Emma's home to load a 20-foot shipping container with clothing, coats, diapers, medical supplies, wheelchairs, and strollers bound for Ukraine via Poland. Handwritten notes made it extra special, providing encouragement. All of those were attached to the boxes and bags in the container. Ms. Acevedo was overwhelmed with the outpouring of support for this project and hopes to continue her charitable endeavors in the future. Congratulate Ms. Emma Azevedo. Our next honoree is Melody Aziz. Ms. Aziz is a graduate of Queens College, where she obtained dual bachelors in speech and language pathology and sociology. She is the founder of Fountain of Kindness. She was inspired to start the organization in 2018 within the Great Neck community in honor of her 2 children. To follow her vision of spreading kindness and encourage others to do the same, Melody brought together a diverse group of individuals united in the same goal throughout the community and beyond. Over the past few years, with the help of volunteers and supporters, Ms. Aziz has provided gift baskets for hospitalized children and their siblings, supplied meals to hospital patients and their families, and fulfilled wishes of sick children. Through word of mouth, Melody assists families in need during difficult times, anything from wedding expenses to, unfortunately, helping to pay for funeral costs. She has provided groceries to over 100 families in need every single week. From a small group, her organization has grown to a team of over 500 active participants. Ms. Aziz has been responsible for the vision, strategy, and fundraising for the entire organization, where she oversees all operations as an integral part of its success and its growth. Please congratulate Ms. Melody Aziz. Our next honoree is Hiyako Fellows. Ms. Fellows has always been passionate about promoting cultural diversity and understanding. Volunteering with the Japanese Culture Center has been a fulfilling way to do just that. Through her involvement with the center, she organizes and participates in various events and workshops that showcase the beauty and richness of the Japanese culture. One of the highlights from the work at the center has been the annual Town of North Hempstead Asian American Festival, which brings people together to celebrate the diversity of Asian cultures. Ms. Fellows has also assisted with workshops on ikebana, the Japanese art of flower arrangement, at a local library and garden club, as well as demonstrating the tea ceremony at local schools. She is committed to promoting the importance of cultural understanding and community involvement as a way to make a difference. Please congratulate Ms. Hiyako Fellows in this honor. Our next honoree is Dr. Samarth Joseph. Dr. Joseph was born in Haiti and immigrated to the U.S. at the age of 17. She is a proud graduate of Westbury High School and holds a PhD and an MBA. Dr. Joseph is the founder and chief executive officer of Espoir Youth Program, which has had its biggest community impact addressing social issues affecting families in the town of North Hempstead and throughout Nassau County. From its inception in 2012, Dr. Joseph defined her purpose, vision, and commitment to serve an underserved community. Families in need are connected with critical resources such as groups, counseling, as well as educational and social services. A food pantry has also become a valued resource for many. Dr. Joseph is a member of numerous organizations, including the United Nations Association of the United States of America, the International Society of Female Professionals, and the Empire Who's Who of Executives and Professionals. She is an active trustee and director of Advantage Care Health Centers and the Westbury Carl Place Chamber of Commerce. Dr. Joseph also developed robust after-school enrichment and advantage programs with Westbury High School, including peer mediation training, high school talk sessions, African dance, and crisis intervention services. Dr. Joseph also introduced travel outside the Westbury community to provide educational experiences for her young students. Through her work, trips are funded to places such as NASA, the White House, the Liberty Bell, the Philadelphia Mint, and the United Nations. Please congratulate Dr. Joseph. Our next honoree is Kimberly Garber Kaiserman. Since 2001, Kimberly has lived with her husband John in Port Washington, where her daughters were raised. After earning her BA and Masters of Education at the College of William and Mary, Kim began her career teaching high school social studies. Later, Kim joined the education program at the Tenenbaum Center for Interreligious Understanding, where she developed webinars and training materials to help teachers create inclusive classrooms, promote religious literacy, and combat religious bigotry and bullying. Currently, Kim works as a freelance consultant, researching, writing, and editing anti-bias curricula and education resources. Kim serves on the board of several organizations in Port Washington and beyond. She is a commissioner on the North Hempstead Housing Authority Board, chairwoman of the Baxter Estates Planning Board, and co-president of the Baxter's Pond Foundation. Kim is a longtime member of the advisory board of the Port Washington Parent Resource Center and immediate past president of Agate of Port Washington. She also serves on William & Mary's Parent and Family Council. She is a founding member of Partner Up, a mentoring program that supports Port Washington students who will be the first in their families to pursue a college education. Kim serves on the inaugural board of Come to Believe, a national organization that promotes an inclusive, high-quality, low-cost, two-year college model that is accessible to first-generation, undocumented, and other underrepresented students. Please congratulate Kimberly Garber Kaiserman on this honor. Our next honoree is Judy Lyman. Judy Lyman serves as a board member of the Lay Success Jewish Center and the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center of Nassau County. She is a real estate salesperson for Daniel Gale Sotheby's International Realty. She is a founding member of Destination Great Neck and is on the Gold Coast Art Center and Great Neck Student Aid Boards. As a child of a Holocaust survivor, Judy has been a champion for Jewish causes, particularly fighting anti-Semitism through education. She has advocated for Holocaust education in the schools, believing that teaching children through the lens of the Holocaust will help raise more compassionate and tolerant adults. Judy chaired the community-wide forum Combating Anti-Semitism Through Education in 2021, which was a joint effort with the Holocaust Memorial and Tolerance Center of Nassau County and Great Neck Public Schools United Parent Teachers Council. The event featured government leaders, school administrators, and advocates to highlight educational efforts to stem the tide of anti-Semitism. Ms. Lyman has been a passionate advocate for Great Neck's award-winning public schools in her various roles as PTA president in Great Neck's South Elementary, Middle, and High School. She also served as the UPTC legislative chair. Judy is also an award-winning television producer. She is the proud mother of two strong, beautiful daughters and wife to her incredibly supportive husband, Michael. Please congratulate Judy Lyman. Our next honoree is Julie Lyon. Julie Lyon, who was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but since 2009 has made her home with her husband, Tom Cabrera, in Westbury, New York. Ms. Lyon has a bachelor's degree in vocal performance from the University of Central Florida and currently focuses her musical energies on jazz recording, composing, and lyric writing. She leads a jazz quintet and records on the Unseen Rain Records label, an independent record label in which she and her husband Tom are partners. Her non-musical background includes purchasing, 15 years in IT as an A+ certified technician, and she currently works full-time as an HR payroll manager at a private country club. Ms. Lyon is the current president of Westbury Arts. In 2013, Julie joined Westbury Arts as a founding member. She volunteered to serve on their first board of directors and held the position of recording secretary before being elected president to the board in 2015. The organization has grown to include their own facility, and they have developed various cultural programs serving diverse communities throughout the year. The board of directors of Westbury Arts, under her leadership, is focused on the mission of delivering arts and cultural programs that connect, educate, and inspire our community. Julie has a passion for the arts and believes that art has the unique ability to bring people together and build stronger relationships and more beautiful communities. Congratulations, Julie. Our next honoree on our distinguished list is Antonieta Maria Manzi. Antonieta is the owner of Baitina Design Personalizations, a home-run personalization business. She also runs Shop Manhasset, a community source to support residents and local businesses that also serves as a promotional platform to encourage our community to shop locally. Antonieta is actively involved in the Manhasset community as co-president of Manhasset Chamber of Commerce and is also on the board of the Tower Foundation of Manhasset, the Women's Club of Flower Hill, and the Mothers Group of Manhasset. Antonieta is a Manhasset resident living in Flower Hill with her husband John and their 4 young children ranging in age from 5 to 12 years. Antonieta graduated from St. John's University with a bachelor and MBA in accounting and has worked as an auditor at KPMG and in financial reporting for Fox TV and Royal Bank of Canada. In 2021, Ms. Manzi chaired the first Manhasset Alfresco, a series of outdoor dining and shopping events on Plandome Road as part of the town of North Hempstead's Lift Up Local initiative to help small businesses post-pandemic. In addition to this year's Manhasset Alfresco, Antonieta will continue to chair the biggest kids event in Manhasset, Halloween on Plandome, where children congregate for a Halloween party before they trick-or-treat from store to store. Through Shop Manhasset, Antonieta has created a place where the community can see all that's happening in 11030. Congratulations, Antonieta. Our next honoree is Kelly Milor. Kelly Milor has been a resident of North Hempstead for over 30 years. As a registered nurse, her career began at St. John's Queen's Hospital. While at St. John's, Kelly earned her master's degree in nursing at Molloy College and remained there as a teacher for 17 years before eventually teaching at the New York Institute of Technology. In 2008, Kelly co-chaired the Nassau County branch of the Peanut Butter and Jelly Gang at the Church of St. Aidan. Since then, an average of 1,000 sandwiches are made each month and delivered to St. Anne's, where they are frozen and distributed to the hungry and homeless. In addition to sandwiches, a small group of volunteers also make wash-up kits. The kits provide individuals the humanity and dignity of feeling clean before eating, even if the meal is a simple PB&J sandwich. She, along with other helpers, make approximately 100 wash-up kits each month, which then get delivered to local parish social ministries, sober living houses, and others. Kelly is currently collecting travel water bottles and coffee mugs to fill them with Tootsie Rolls to deliver them to remote places where children use them to access sparse water supplies. Kelly is a member of the St. Aidan's Rosary Altar Society, where she often solicits and receives donations of needed supplies. She is a former archivist of the Epsilon Kappa chapter of Sigma Theta Tau International Honor Society of Nursing, dedicated to advancing world health. Ms. Milor is also former secretary of the Long Island National Association of Hispanic Nurses, which promotes health, leadership, education, and mentorship to encourage Hispanic Americans to enter and succeed in the field of nursing. Please congratulate Ms. Milor. Our next honoree is Jean Marie Posner. Upon leaving a 20-plus year career in banking and real estate finance, Jean Marie has volunteered and served on boards of nonprofits, private and public charities, and foundations. She has served in various capacities at numerous organizations, as treasurer of the Art Guild, board member of the Ed Foundation, as president of the Community Synagogue and Sisterhood, as president of Port Washington Adult Activity Center, and as president of Sands Point Civic Association. Ms. Posner was also president of the Manor Heaven PTA in Port Washington, served on the Port Washington Board of Education, and was the first executive director of the Sands Point Preserve Conservancy, where she continues to serve on the board. Jean Marie served 2 terms as treasurer of the Village of Sands Point and is a member of the Nassau County Planning Commission. She has been the recipient of the New York State Senate Women of Distinction Award and the Nassau County Legislature's Women Trailblazers Award. She currently serves as a trustee and grant administrator for the Peter and Jerry DeGiorno Foundation, working with local charities and national nonprofit organizations. Jean Marie is the resident beekeeper at the Sands Point Preserve, and she established the apiary there, protecting the fragile ecosystem of our area. Jean Marie and her family have been residents of Sands Point since 1996. Please congratulate Jean Marie on this honor. Our next honoree is Samantha Rubin. Samantha Rubin is an active and dedicated member of the community, donating her time to charitable causes and demonstrating her strong commitment to Hadassah over many years. A wife and mother of 2 boys, she worked closely with her son Alex to put together a Narcan training program to help organize and educate the community on administering this life-saving medicine. The idea originated because of the tragic death of a friend's son while at college. Samantha has been a strong advocate, sharing information and promoting trainings, and to date, the Rubins have trained over 600 individuals. Giving, serving, and sharing is the way that Ms. Rubin has led her life. She works with the JCC in Roslyn to support food drives for families in need. She has been at the forefront of campaigns to raise funds for the Hadassah Hospital in Israel to provide cutting-edge medical research. Ms. Rubin is also involved with the Go With Courage charity to support critically ill cancer patients and women in crises, and has helped raise funds to provide Christmas presents for underprivileged children in the community. Please congratulate Samantha Rubin on this honor. Our next honoree is Farangis Sedegatpour. Farangis is a daughter, a wife of 28 years to late Vahid Sedegatpour, a mom to 3 wonderful children, and a grandmother of 4. She is a pharmacist, holistic consultant, and author of 3 books, From Cancer to Can-Er, Out of the Ashes Rises the Sequoia Tree, and Rooted in Faith. Farangis, along with a friend, created Rosh Chodesh Circle, where women gathered on Rosh Chodesh to get connected to energies of the month and be elevated with each other as taught by Jewish teachings. The circle continued for 17 years and has now moved into a WhatsApp format. Farangis has participated in numerous speaking engagements regarding spirituality, health, higher consciousness, and awareness, both locally and in Los Angeles. She has been involved in several organizations throughout the years, including SHAI, IMA, and the board of the Great Neck Synagogue. Her aspirations are deeply rooted in the belief that every individual has inherent worth and has the capacity to bring positive change. She hopes to inspire others to embrace their own unique paths and to be a source of goodness in the world. As she embarks on the next chapter of her life, Farangis remains steadfast in her commitment to making a difference and leaving a legacy of love, resilience, and empowerment for generations to come. Please congratulate Farangis on this honor. Our next honoree is Carla Strauss. Carla was a teacher for 30 years, first childhood teaching and later as a school media specialist after receiving a master's in library science. She began her career with student teaching at Willets Point School and then at Northside School in East Williston. After her children were raised, teaching resumed for many years in both private and public schools. Carla's philosophy is to give back to society in any way one can. She has continued to serve the community after she retired. She spent 13 years on the East Williston Library Board, the final 10 serving as president. She also served on the East Williston School Board from 1983 to 1995. Her most recent endeavor has been energizing the seniors group in East Williston. Years ago, when the group was in danger of ending due to lack of support, Carla enlisted a few friends who helped plan monthly meetings and get things going. Eventually, the village of East Williston and later on the town of North Hempstead provided additional support. Regular meetings of about 40 village seniors are held where they gather for lunch, variety of educational topics, as well as entertainment. She and her husband Phil have been residents of the town of North Hempstead for nearly 64 years, raising 3 children there. When not spending time in community activities, Carla keeps up with her adult children and 3 grandchildren. She also enjoys encouraging others to get involved in their own community and hopes her own life and activities are a good model for others. Please congratulate Carla Strauss on this honor. Our next honoree is Adrienne Valls. Adrienne is a former chemical engineer turned accountant who is vice president of operations and finance at an IT recruiting firm. Her parents instilled the value of education at an early age, and she feels blessed that she was born to such wonderful parents. As a child, she learned from her mother to always do more than right and to appreciate the value in sharing whatever you had. From her father, she developed her passion to excel in whatever she did. As she grew older, Adrienne realized that not all youngsters had the same opportunities and that encouraging children to excel in every walk of life should be our collective goal. In the 1980s, Ms. Waltz founded the Focus Youth Organization. She is the youth director at First Baptist Church of Great Neck, where she also conducts Bible study and is a choir member. Adrienne serves as vice chairwoman of the board of directors of the Manhasset Great Neck Economic Opportunity Council, an organization that helps at-risk youth, providing support for both children and their families through various programs. Adrienne is recognized and valued in the community for having played a significant role in the Spinning Hill community. She's married and lives in Great Neck with her husband, Jay Lasbat. Please congratulate Adrienne on this honor.
This tribute is for the Colette Coyne Melanoma Awareness Campaign. Colette Coyne and her family had a terrible loss in 1998 with the loss of her daughter, who had, in fact, this terrible disease, skin cancer. And she has spent the past 25 years promoting and organizing and being an advocate for prevention services, for relationships and partnerships with hospitals. She has met probably every legislator in the state of New York and maybe even on the national level. She is being honored today for her work in this awareness campaign for the prevention of skin cancer and the melanoma. And we're very happy to have her here as our honoree. Here we go.
Thank you. Like many of you, I was raised to believe that one has to give back to the community, but I never thought this mission would come to me. Our youngest daughter was diagnosed at 29 with melanoma. She was not a sun worshiper. However, she had a sunburn when we took her to Florida, to Disneyland, and she remembered having another one when she was a teenager. And of course, our physicians tell us sunburns before the age of 21 can affect us later in life. So Colette was diagnosed at 29 and died 5.5 months later. Now, in 1998, there was not a word about skin cancer. Long Island, the land of beaches, and tanning beds were becoming very popular. And as Elaine Phillips said, this is a great county. Well, Nassau County in 2005 was the first in the whole United States to ever put restrictions on tanning beds. The following month, Suffolk County did the same. And a year or so later, we had a bill for the state. Today, skin cancer is an under-publicized disease, and yet it touches all of us. Many of us haven't a clue the damage that the sun can do to us. We have bracelets that we give out in the schools that turn color as soon as somebody goes out in the sun. However, they also turn color on a rainy, dull day because the UV rays are present. Now, I enjoy the beach, but I wear a UV shirt and I keep an umbrella. People of color, unfortunately, think that they are naturally protected from the sun, which of course is not the case. Yes, their statistics are less than Caucasians. However, their mortality rate is higher. We also would appeal to our legislators to see that this shade covering on the baseball fields. Our children are being exposed. And again, parents aren't aware. Thank you for the opportunity of speaking to you. And I want to introduce my son, Thomas, who does a lot in the website, and also Corey Eisner, who has been a rock from day one. So, and I also want to thank Elaine Phillips for her support. We did a screening in Christopher Morley, as we've done many screenings over the last 25 years. I know that through my daughter's death, thousands have been saved because people never heard about skin cancer. When we were at Jones Beach, people would say, oh, we were giving something away and everybody loves something for nothing. And I would say, well, I'm sorry, but it's just for the people who get a screening. Mm-hmm. Will it take long? No. I can't tell you how many melanomas were picked up at those free screenings. So please educate your friends and your children and your grandchildren, and wear a UV shirt when you're enjoying the beach. Thank you.
Thank you. Clap for you first. Thank you. Friday, the 23rd of June, 2023, has been declared a day of special recognition throughout the town of North Hempstead for the Colette Coyne Melanoma Awareness Campaign of New Hyde Park, New York. And we join to honor this outstanding organization on being added to the May W. Newberger Women's Roll of Honor. Thank you.
Just want to thank you all for joining. It takes many hearts and hands joined together to organize and pull off events like this. Thank you all for coming and supporting the honorees. They have done wonderful, wonderful job for the humanity. And this is our opportunity to say thank you and express our gratitude. So thank you to all of you. Thanks to all the departments. Thanks to my staff, my deputy, everyone who worked hard for months so that we can pick or can just, I wouldn't say we can pick. We can actually invite and find good people. I mean, we are full of wonderful, wonderful, outstanding women out there in our town who are doing amazing, amazing work. So thank you all for nominating the people you know, your neighbors, your friends. Keep supporting us. And by this, we conclude our this year's 2023 Women Roll of Honor. Thank you all.